This as waking enlightenment, which has like 1,000 possibility. You think that coincidence and blessings starts happening as your reality, but much more is available for all of us to experience, that we can live as awakened enlightenment space as the ultimate reality, as Paramashiva himself. How can we experience the quantum space? How can we be in the quantum space? Bhagavan beautifully explains how you are engaged with the outer world. When you withdraw from that, you go into the sleep and deep sleep state. Same way, when you withdraw yourself with awareness into the self, who you are, the first person, the more you experience the first person completely and fully, you will be awakened to the Paramashiva space. And you will recognize that Paramashiva is manifesting as reality, not your body, not your mind. How in the deep sleep? You are very clear, it is not the body, it's not the mind, but you are in the space of oneness. Same way, the same experience in the awakening state also, we can experience that oneness. More and more you are with your own first person that you can experience. That is what here he says. By aiming and fixing the self, the first person who you are, on Shakti, looking inside of who is Paramashiva, who is Parashakti, more and more you experience who is the experiencer with all that which is going on in your life, whether you're having a struggle, whether you are going through some health issue or financial issue, waking up from that and living as superconscious being, you will be rid of all that and you will bring so much of auspiciousness and abundance and understand you. Life is a feedback system. The more you are saying you want something from the outer world, you are already saying you don't have it. So it gives a feedback of saying Tata Astu, you don't have it, more you don't have it. But when you are in Paramashiva space, unclutching from everything that you ask, let Paramashiva happen to you as reality. Like how when you are a very small kid, everything is taken care by your parents, whether it is finance, whether it is food, whether it's your school. You are living in such a pure space of oneness with your parents. Same way, Bhagavan says, when you are ready to think as possibility as your life and understand Paramashiva is waiting to manifest your life at the greatest reality, and when you let go all that what you're perceiving as delusion and step one further step behind and see who is that who's experiencing all this in you. When you understand who is that who's experienced the Paramashiva space in you, starts flowering and manifest all that and receive all the boons and all that what Bhagavan is giving us as the ultimate consciousness. Now they are studying how the mirroring neuron works and when it does not work, and how they are able to say how when you are in deep gratitude or deep love with something, you can mirror the neuron and manifest the higher reality. That is how we started walking, seeing our parents, talking, seeing our parents. What happened when we were a child? Same thing they are saying. When you are in oneness with that and simply melting in Sundareshwara and ready to drop any identity just to be in the space of Paramashiva, you will experience the quantum space that Bhagavan himself is waiting to manifest in us all the auspiciousness and abundance. That is why Bhagavan beautifully says how Arjuna sits on the chariot with Krishna, where Krishna takes care of all the senses and drives into the success. When he manifests in you as reality, when you understand even the sensory input that you are experiencing is Paramashiva showing you again and again his existential reality in us. More and more we are with the oneness with Paramashiva, we wake up to the conscious reality. Bhagavan beautifully explains in the Apta Pramana how a simple miner was able to see through his third eye and manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Length is just a matter, the impossibilities that we experience. Breath is a flow. Once we are bored and tired of the matter, we start looking in further. There is something more in life. Then we start going into the breath dimensions. Then we start seeing the breath as something more than my logic works in my life, where we experience the breath dimension, but fully you're ready to surrender that only the Paramashiva is manifesting everything in my life. You break open the depth dimension and experience the space dimension. So slowly you moving from matter, which is outer world, to what you are as consciousness, the inner space, who you are, the first person. More and more you are able to experience everything as first person. You start manifesting the powers. Simply Bhagavan said, those days people just put Padmasana, they are conscious beings, they are enlightened space, they can Padmasana. Now, with so much of toxin in our body, we have to detox to experience that greater science. Here from Mahabharata, section 2, page 20, here it says, for the breath dimension, 3 days left for the house of wax to be put on fire, for Kunti and the 5 sons to be dead, basically burnt to death. But Vidura, he is one of the person who recognizes Krishna. Even when Krishna landed on planet Earth, Bhagavan says, very few were able to recognize. When avatars land on the planet Earth, not everybody recognize the avatar. Ramakrishna Paramahamsar, Ramana Maharshi, or Krishna, Bhagavan says only a handful or 24 people were able to recognize they are the ultimate and ready to surrender anything for the ultimate space. And Vidura was one of the greatest devotee of Krishna, where he warns Pandavas that there is going to be a huge fire happening in their place and sends a miner who sees through third eye and digs a tunnel beautifully through his breath dimension and makes them escape the whole thing. And even though all the Kauravas thought they are completely burnt, simply they escaped the whole fire incident. All this again and again tells us how the manifestation in us can be possible when we are with Krishna as the ultimate reality. Bhagavan beautifully speaks in the Atma Pramana.
Life should be built. Life should be built, especially with a lot of oppositions. That integrates you, I tell you, that integrates you. That makes strong people together around you. Understand, even to live in this campus, you need to be strong. 10,000 times stronger than any society, any person in society. Really, I'm telling you. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. Shine punnye madhyalokam vishanti. When punya is lost from Swarga, you come back to Buloka. When will persistence is lost, you leave Kailasa and go back to Buloka. I tell you, ability to hold these higher visualizations, ability to intensely feel this truth, ability to intensely integrate your being. See, ability of your brain's ability to hold certain visualization and hold certain truths, understand and digest all this are basic tools for liberation and enlightenment and manifesting powers. I am not talking about alcohol, drugs, non-veg, all this from the angle of morality. I am talking about all this from the angle of human beings are losing their tools for living life. It is actually a big conspiracy against the humanity. And even the people who sell, they don't know why they are selling. It is not that all the money they gather with that they are happy. No, it is a large blind spot. If the blind spot is in one brain, it is called ignorance. If it is in the brains of a group of people, it is called collective stupidity. If it is in the brains of a society, it's called Maya. It is not that people who sell you alcohol and destroy your health and your brain's ability to live entrance to get sanctified and be allowed inside the house. And we will all be standing in the queue because all these girls have to pass and go back. Then one by one everyone has to drop their clothes. One grandmother will be standing with a pot full of water. She will pour on everyone, and then we have to run inside and wear our clothes on. Even these clothes which we dropped, she will not touch by hand. She will pour water on it and use a stick and lift. Now when I look, especially when I drive the streets of Tiruvannamalai, I can see cultural genocide. When people stand in line openly in Tasmak shops, when people smoke openly in Tiruvannamalai, see, I'm not talking about Tiruvannamalai alone. You need to understand. Tiruvannamalai is the place I can compare the stark memories. Because of that, I'm talking about Tiruvannamalai. I know the before and after. '80s and this 2080. I can see the stark difference. That is why I'm talking about Tiruvannamalai. Of course, I'm sure all the cities, the same thing is happening everywhere. I'm not concerned about this alcohol and non-veg and all this from any moral sense, understand? I'm concerned about all this because they reduce the frequency of your consciousness. That is where the whole problem is. The ability to grasp life, ability to involve life in life. I tell you, yesterday I was describing what I call organic healthy brain. If it can understand a verbalization and hold that visualization, I call that as organic healthy brain. If you don't have organic healthy brain, not only you can't become enlightened, you can't be even an ordinary grihastha, understand? It's not that your grihastha means just die in gutter. No. You're a human being, you have life. One of the important things you need to understand, do not push all my teachings on, dump on sannyasis and say, oh, we are grihasthas, we don't need all that. Come on, I'm talking to consciousness. Many times we tend to do that. A healthy brain, healthy organic brain is required to uphold in your life, understand? Life is too complicated. Too much of complexities. Yesterday I made a statement. Society will hate you, rate you, judge you, beat you. It will do everything. Beyond that, what makes you stand, that is what you are.
Beautifully, Bhagwan explained how the organic brain is required even to run our original life. Constantly, when we are in the delusion, more and more we are into suffering, pain, and root shocks which we cannot handle, and we didn't expect that to happen in our life, starts becoming the reality. The more we are detoxing our body, especially the lower three chakras that Bhagavan has given, can get us out of all this obsessive compulsive reactionary pattern in our life, which constantly throwing ourselves into the struggle and impossibilities, and going through the struggle, frustration, anger can be reduced a lot, and detoxing ourselves from all that, the addictiveness, the compulsive patterns, all that just wean away, and we can be in the pure space of just peace and harmony in our life for us and people around us. We create the reality. We create our dream. Unconsciously, when we create, at least when we have some buffer, then it is better. Taking the haritaki and neem juice simply makes us body and the mind into higher reality. Same way, the Karaslangani, Ponnangani and the Thuduvelai, when you take that, your brain becomes organic brain where you can reflect the superconsciousness into your buddhi, which is very important even to run our life. And simply taking little of that does not affect anything but makes you more and more detoxed and makes you understand, reflect the superconsciousness into your brain as reality. All this is preparing ourselves how the foundation is very much required for a building. Without foundation, any building, however great it is going to fall. The foundation is really required, and all this detox prepares conscious space into our body and mind, and we manifest the existential reality as our reality. That is why the balasans in the courtyard were grown so beautiful with all that great herbs and beautiful body, beautiful mind into any of this incompletion. Rather, they don't even have dreams when they sleep in the night. To that extent, they are in such pure space. Now, the research scientists and the doctors who were there in Nithyananda program are experiencing that with the balasans, and they are sharing the detail how very accurate these balasans who have never traveled out of India, out of the Bidati, was able to tell exactly where it is. So let's listen to the Nithyanandoham participants.
Because our group belongs 5 people. So one of my other question was the Route 66 in the USA. So as soon as I say Route 66, the pencil start drawing on our paper exactly the route, the street going starting from one point, then on going up, and again more and more. So then she told me I see many points on the map. I say yes, perfect. Can you tell me please which one is the first from where is starting and the city starting and the end one? And she starts saying LOS A, so Los Angeles, and after CH High Chicago. So beautiful, beautiful, yeah.
Beautifully, they were able to describe the detail, even the address. They have no idea about the route 66 or any route, but they were able to give all the details just through their third eye. When they are in oneness with Paramashiva, whatever gets downloaded, they are able to simply show that as the reality, and manifesting these powers again and again shows our how much our brain is organic brain. Only organic brain can manifest powers, because all the toxin in the brain stops us from manifesting any reality, not just the powers but also the outer world. The struggle is only detoxing. If you remove the toxin in your body, almost all the struggle will be gone. Bhagavan says, if you brush your teeth with haritaki, your financial problems are all gone, because all that is there in our toxin in the body, which creates all the incompletion, which reflects the poverty consciousness and more the suffering, powerlessness, and again puts you into so much of incompletion. Parasites out of your body, taking the haritaki simply will make you manifest the abundance as reality in different ways, maybe even stopping you from so many problems that could have occurred in your life otherwise. So simple things that Bhagavan has given, very, very simple and small instructions, following Guruvak, manifest in our life as the ultimate support. It, apart from whatever is happening in our life, what we attract in life is based on the parasites that live in your stomach. In the gut bacteria, they say that runs your brain 90%. If that is what is driving your life and projecting your life, remove those bacteria which is causing all the problems. Simply all the problems will wither away and you will be in such a oneness space with Paramashiva all the time. And beautifully now we can experience this oneness, manifest the power of breath dimension. Please go ahead and write few places. All these exercises that Bhagavan gives every day is for our brain to grasp the superconscious space. When we grasp all this superconscious space, we are reflecting that as our reality. It is not just some small exercise, but these exercise, like how you take a small pill for a blood pressure and it saves you so much of the traumas. Same way, these are small exercise but reflect in your life in a huge way in all the auspiciousness and abundance and realigning to your powerful space, who you are as your reality. Now take a paper, write few routes in the country that you don't know or directions of two places which you have no idea, maybe in Russia, in China, in Guadeloupe, or anywhere that you can experience. So that you don't know, you have never been to that place. Write those places and you can simply see through your whatever happens. Don't wait for something from again outer world. This is also again the whole thing for us to understand. It is all already inside. Let it manifest around you. Life happens around you when you are in the oneness space with Paramashiva, enjoying what's happening outside as your reality. Gift for you is what is celebration with Paramashiva. So let's sit straight with the head, neck and spine in a straight line and visualize Sundareshwara, that gorgeous looks, that beautiful attire, that smile, that blessings, all that is just in our eyes. Just hold that for a few more minutes. Surrender everything else as though nothing is part of your life. How you surrender when you go to sleep, just be. The sleep is exactly the Samadhi space with awareness. When you sleep with awareness, it is called Samadhi. When you sleep unconscious, it is called sleep, Bhagavan says. That is powerless. This is powerful. So absolute unclutching, whatever you know as your world, and wake up to the Paramashiva, Sundareshwara. Sit as Sundareshwara with that very smile, with that gorgeous look, with that beautiful staff, everything that Sundareshwara was enjoying, every being as Sundareshwara and sitting there as Sundareshwara with 25 heads and 75 eyes and 50 hands. Bring yourself back to again and again the awareness, surrendering every thought to Bhagavan's lotus feet and entangling with Bhagavan into the quantum space. You can mirror Bhagavan into the quantum space when you are with the first person, more and more experiencing who is that who's experiencing that quantum space. When you start questioning the inner space as your very origin of who you are, and simply you will start experiencing oneness. When you have a headache, you want to get rid of it because by nature headache is not what you are, so you want to get rid of it completely. Same way, when you want to get to sleep, you want to get rid of all the identities, your families, your degrees, your gender, everything. You want to get rid of your body and mind. Same way, when you are in oneness with Param, you are Sundareshwara, you are Paramashiva, you are Parashakti. You are the ultimate. Sit as that powerful being in that bhava and chant the Mahavakya. That is the Tyaga, Bhagavan says, not giving up something, but sitting as powerful space and experiencing him as the reality. Let it happen. Whatever needs to happen, it will come and show you what is the reality, and simply you can note down the details, and at the end of the cycle, you can verify it. Let's do this simple exercise, simple meditation of chanting the Mahavakya from your navel center. And with a deep breathing and chanting intensely, your whole being vibrating and just melting into Paramashiva's space and being the oneness of Sundareshwara, everything, his face, his hairstyle, his body attire, his gestures, everything sitting as Sundareshwara and enjoying that space into oneness space is all that Nirvikalpa Samadhi that we can experience. So chant the Mahavakya with a deep listening. That listening puts away your thought and merges you into the Paramashiva space. Let's start chanting for a few minutes the Mahavakya.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham, 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 Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham,
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham, 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 Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes.
Paramashivoham.
Let the Amrita pour. Let the Varni open up. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes.
Paramashivoham.
Let the Amrita pour. Let the Varni open up.
Paramashivoham.
Manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Beautiful. Whatever you have received and you have make a note, please use the Google Maps to verify the details authentically. Whatever Paramashiva is giving us, that is the prasada. If we are in more delusion, then more questions, self-doubt, self-denial, whether it can happen to me, whether should I do it, it's not, for power manifestations are not, it's very childish or kiddish, it's not big, what is a big deal doing it? All that doubt is happening to us only because of the toxins. When Guruvak is life, we just manifest whatever he says as reality. If all this exercise again and again, when we do, Bhagavan says, pokes holes in that self-doubt and makes us understand, hey, even for me who is not so inclined and so detoxed, it is happening. But when I detox, how much it will become reality. Even once you have manifested powers, any of the powers, even rolling a coconut just by chance, Bhagavan says he is in your Ananda Gandha waiting to manifest as reality. Just drop every identity, how in the sleep, where you don't have any doubt about sleep, you don't question sleep, or you don't have, why should I sleep every day and all through my life I have to do this 8-hour job every single day. We don't question at all, because that is the very nature of us. Manifesting our reality is the very nature of us. If we are not manifesting, question the doubt, not the truth, and drop everything to Bhagwan's lotus feet, raising powerful who you are. Yes, you are Kalabhairava. You are Sundareshwara. You are Paramashiva. Wake up to that reality and see what it is, and after that you can question. First, let's get to the powerful space. Be very clear. Even if I don't manifest, my Bhagavan said I am Paramashiva. Hold that powerful space of ultimate truth. You are the Brahmanya Bahuputratam. You are the inheritant of the whole cosmos. That is the reality. The great space that we hold becomes the reality for us. So beyond all that parasites, Bhagavan says, be ready to digest anything, because that is only happening in your dream. How does it affect you? You are Paramashiva, you are all powerful and all possible. That is what you are, all auspiciousness. Shiva means all auspiciousness. Shiva means love. Anbe Sivam. Love is Shiva. So all that we can experience is the ultimate nectar. And when Ramakrishna Paramahamsa once asked Vivekananda, if a nectar of immortality is given and you are a bee, what would you do? He said, I'll go to the corner and sip it a little bit. He said, no, you just jump and drown yourself in it, because you will never die. It is immortality nectar. Simply you can experience the ultimate. Same way, just dive into the space. Do not question anything and do not expect anything. Just drop everything. Only enjoy the space of Paramashiva, who you are. That is all Bhagavan is asking. That is the Tyaga, that is the Bhava, that is the power manifestation, that is everything. The more you enjoy power manifestation, more you will recognize that Paramashiva is running. Bhagavan said to fulfill all your desire and much more. That is what Prahlada did. I am Vishnu. Everything is Vishnu. He was so clear. Then Vishnu has to run and make even a pillar pregnant for him to appear. So understand, when we declare our integrity to our space, that we are Paramashiva, we are Sundareshwara, life runs to manifest all that we need. So let's have one more cycle of the breath dimension. These simple exercise just show us how the cognitive shift has happened in you as reality. So let's put away everything. If you have checked all the details, you can share it on the social media. You're connected at the end of the session. Now let's put away everything. Sit straight as Paramashiva, as Sundareshwara, with all that beautiful space of oneness. Just melt in Paramashiva. Your eyes melting, your body melting into the Sundareshwara space. All that is what we need to experience. Rest is all cosmos work to manifest, fulfill, give your answer, make it correct. Everything is this, and solve your doubts. So sit as Sundareshwara, Kalabhairava, any Ishta Devata, bring to the third eye, unclutch from everything that you know as your identity. Nothing that you know is the way it exists in existential reality. We are quantum, we are the Paramashiva space, and we can literally manifest whatever we want as our reality. Sit in that powerful space and chant the Mahavakya from your navel center with a deep listening. All that is what we need to do. Everything else, Paramashiva manifest in us as reality. Let's start chanting the Mahavakya for a few more minutes. Put away your gadgets and start chanting. Start.
Paramashivoham. Nithyananda
Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye skin. Let the Amrita pour. Let the Vani manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham, 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 Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eye. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Beautiful. Please go ahead, share in tinyurl.com/powermanifestation whatever you have experienced as your even the experience. Start recording everything in tinyurl.com/powermanifestation so that after 1 month, when you go back at least few times, which you see yourself that so many shift has happened in you as reality, as powerful cognition or power manifestation or the darshan, the diksha. Take 5 minutes to thank Bhagwan and write few lines of what you experienced. If you have a picture of the GPS, beautiful, you can post that also. Share it with your friends and families again and again to cause them also to the beautiful space of oneness with Paramashiva. More and more you keep on doing that, irrespective of whether they believe it or not, you will start believing that you are Paramashiva. So simple exercise that Bhagavan has given, that simple integrity, simple obedience, just make us as manifest all the powers. So if you see the $sign at the end of the YouTube, you can offer your donation, whatever you want as the contribution to Kailasha for all that showering and blessing that we have got. And thanking all of you to be here so late and manifesting all the powers. Thanking Bhagwan and surrendering all the powerful cognition, power manifestation to Bhagwan's lotus feet. And again in deep gratitude and earning Paramashiva to become my existential reality. And with that beautiful space, let's end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Paduka Arpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam